Have you ever stopped to wonder how others truly see the world? Not just what they notice, but how they interpret it? Imagine six people walking down the same street: a philosopher, a psychologist, a quantum scientist, an entrepreneur, a businessman, and an ordinary passerby. They all experience the exact same reality, yet each of them sees something entirely different. Today, we'll explore these perspectives, and maybe by the end, you'll discover a new way of looking at your own reality. The philosopher's world. For a philosopher, the world is a living puzzle. Every detail sparks a deeper question. What is truth? What is justice? What is the meaning behind our choices? Take Socrates, for example. Instead of giving answers, he asked questions that forced people to reflect. A tree on the street isn't just a tree, it's a symbol of life, growth, and mortality. A conversation with a friend isn't just small talk, it's a window into human connection. Philosophy reminds us that reality is not only about what we see, but about what we mean when we see it. The psychologist's world. Meanwhile, a psychologist walks the same street and sees behavior. Why did that person smile at a stranger? Why did another look away? For them, every action hides an emotion, a memory, or a bias. Think of cognitive biases, the small errors in thinking that shape our everyday lives. We might believe we're being logical, but often our brain runs on shortcuts. A psychologist helps us understand why we love, why we fear, and why we sometimes sabotage ourselves. This perspective is a reminder. Understanding emotions, both ours and others, is key to building relationships, resilience, and inner peace. The quantum scientist's world. Now picture a quantum scientist. For them, reality is not fixed. It's a dance of possibilities. In the quantum world, a particle can be in two places at once. Reality is probabilistic, not certain. Think of the famous double-slit experiment. A single electron behaves like both a particle and a wave, depending on how we observe it. To a quantum scientist, this means that our perspective changes reality itself. It's a radical way of seeing the world. Nothing is absolute, everything is fluid, and hidden possibilities exist in every moment. The entrepreneur's world. The entrepreneur, on the other hand, sees opportunity everywhere. Where most people see chaos or crisis, the entrepreneur sees a doorway. Problems aren't obstacles, they're blueprints for innovation. Consider Elon Musk. For him, the climate crisis wasn't just a problem, it was a challenge that gave birth to Tesla. Space limitations weren't the end. They were the reason to start SpaceX. The entrepreneurial perspective teaches us adaptability. That uncertainty isn't something to fear, but a resource we can use to create the future. The businessman's world. Meanwhile, the businessman looks at the same street and sees efficiency, systems, and value. For them, reality is a marketplace. Time is a resource, money is energy, and processes are everything. Think of Amazon. Behind every product you click is a web of logistics designed for maximum efficiency. A businessman sees the world not as chaos, but as something to optimize, streamline, and measure. This perspective reminds us of the importance of strategy, how to turn limited resources into sustainable growth. The ordinary person's world. Finally, we return to the ordinary passerby, someone just like you or me. Their perspective might seem simple, but it's no less valuable. They notice the smell of coffee from a cafe, the warmth of sunlight, or the laughter of a child nearby. For them, reality is grounded in relationships, routines, and daily needs. Family dinners, paying the bills, catching up with friends, these are the anchors of stability. This perspective is a gentle reminder that beyond all theories and strategies, life is about living, about finding meaning in small joys. The bigger picture. So what happens when we put all these perspectives together? The philosopher gives us meaning. The psychologist gives us emotional depth. The quantum scientist gives us probabilities and wonder. The entrepreneur gives us opportunity. The businessman gives us efficiency. The ordinary person gives us grounding and balance. Reality, then, is not one-sided. It's a mosaic, and the more perspectives you integrate, the richer your world becomes. So the real question is, which perspective are you living with right now? And which one could you borrow to expand your reality? Remember, knowledge is power, but wisdom comes from learning to see the world through many eyes. If you want to explore these ideas further, check out these amazing books. Links are in the description below. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, because next time, we'll continue to unlock new ways of understanding reality. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep shaping your own perspective of the world.